Hello, welcome back to the table. So I started recording my next playthrough, and not one, not two, but three of my aircraft were either destroyed or damaged on the first mission. And I decided, you know what? It's just my first video. I'm just going to delete the thing and start over. And that's where I'm at. I'm starting over. Was it because I did anything strategically wrong? No, the dice were just horrible. I literally rolled a 10 and a 9. I had multiple bogeys shooting at me. I mean, it was a miserable experience. And they destroyed my one guy that could have shot the bandits down. So anyways, I do have to go through my spiel again. I think this actually benefits you because I was very long-winded and it took me almost 40 minutes before I actually started the campaign. So I know some of you are probably laughing, and I can now probably condense it down to 10 minutes. So the new campaign that I chose is the Greek campaign from the Greek expansion called Operation Artesimia. It is extremely, and you can read the text there. I'll zoom in for you. Basically, it's an anti-naval force campaign, a lot of Navy targets. We're of course going to do the long campaign. The only thing worth mentioning is AGM 88s are not allowed. I think it's because it's 1984. Instead, we have, I think they're called the Shrikes, the AGM 45. Outside of that, the standard weapons are there. You can take a peek at everything. The target deck is up and it's good to go. And you probably saw from the description that we had to choose from two targets. And I chose this one, and I'll explain why in a second. The other things that we did to modify our campaign is we have all pilots are going to suffer one to their air to ground, so we can actually, get the A+. So we had to do that because that was our lesson learned from the last campaign. No special weapons may be used. I did that so I can get 6 SO points. I did not see any value in those special weapons anyway, so I let it go. Every primary mission, I have to have 2 different nationalities. I got 6 points, or I got 12 points for that. Otherwise, I have to pay 6. And then here, I got 15 points because one improvement has to be at the start. And this particular target is an improvement. So that saved me from having to go through the deck, because they already have an improvement on the board. All right, so those 4 are active for this campaign. We kept a lot of pilots. If I swing you over here, we kept JB, and we gave him aggressor just like before, so he gets +1 air-to-air. We kept Cortez, and we gave him commander and targeting pod experience, or expert, just like before. We replaced the Italian Stallion with the F4 Wild Weasel, which gave us 9 SO points, and I gave him the Wild Weasel skill. We kept the Raven, except this time I made him skilled, and I also gave him combat stash, which gives him +1 cool, so he actually has 3 cool. We added an Italian pilot called Luca, which is a tornado, and he has Mare Nostrum, which is an Italian-only skill that gives +4 against naval targets. We switched Nacho for El Cid. El Cid has 2 SA points, and he comes with targeting pod expert and commander built in. And he's an F-16 Fighting Falcon. His air-to-ground's not as good, but he can still use the harm or anti-radar weapons. We added another Italian pilot called Whites. Not a very Italian name. Same principle. He has Mare Nostrum. We kept Merida. Now, just to help you, Luca, the first Italian pilot you saw, was damaged. Merida was destroyed. And Verco, our aardvark, was damaged. So, no, actually, no, I'm sorry. Both of the Italian pilots were damaged. And they're the ones that get the naval bonus. So it was a ruined mission on turn 1. Then we kept Stool. I really like Stool. We kept Rogue, who's the other EF-111. We kept Hansen. He's our noob. And we gave him Guard Guy. Guard Guy is a +1 air or ground. And Stool also has that, by the way, as long as they're using traditional weapons, which we can't use SO weapons anyways. And then we have our Aardvark from before, the Aussie, and he has the targeting pod. So lots of skill points given out. We have our target here. I kept the events. I preserved them. So we're going to get the same events that I got the first time. I already have my loadouts, even though we don't know what the sights look like. I will change them around because I am going to redraw from the cup for the sights. But the loadouts are as follows. We have Merida loaded to the gills with aim 7s. We have El Cid as our flight leader, who has 2 SO points, or SA points, I mean. He's 2 anti-ground, 3 anti-air, and all of these are factoring in that for the campaign, everybody gets a -1 air to ground. He has 1 aim 7 and all strikes after that. We have our 2 Italian pilots. These 3 mean I have 3 copies of that bomb, and we have the weight 2 MK-83 bombs. Let me put my hand behind it. So we have 3 of them. That's what the 3 means. I didn't get multiple copies of these because when I get over the target, we're going to just drop them all. And there's plenty of them in the game that we can do 9. Actually, these are the only ones. This is a different type. And then we have 1 MK-82. There's no waypoint penalty for this mission. This mission doesn't exist on the campaign map. So I don't even know what waypoint penalty or stress penalty to use. So I'm going to use 0. The Verco is our Aardvark. He has 3 of the 3 weight. So these are the heavier bombs. He has 3 of those. And then 1 of the 2 weight ones. And then we have Hansen, who's loaded to the gills with aim 7s. Hansen has a -2 to his air-to-air, so he's horrible, but he's going to help. And then we have Druid, which is our jammer. So let's get the sights out here. The sights per the target is 1 on each approach. These are much worse than the last ones we had. Here we go. That one's a good one. Oh, there's a no sight. And then last is 1 in the center. Okay. So this one will be a threat when we get closer. This is a threat from the start. That's never a threat. This will be a threat when we get closer. I'm sorry, there's a glare, I know, right in the middle of that. So anyways, that's our situation. So I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3 of my strikes to hit. And I am loaded with a whole bunch on just 1 pilot. So that's my dilemma. And I'm assuming the strikes have to be high altitude. Yes, they do. So there's a good chance, let's see, we have to assign our pilots, arm them, so we just did that. We're going to draw a target-bound event card, and it says 1 experience point, all green and newbie pilots suffer 1 stress. So Hansen is a noob, so he's getting 1, and then one of the Italian pilots, Luca, is green, so he's suffering 1. So I knew that was coming. And I also know what the next one is. So now we armed our stuff, we drew the target bound, we place our aircraft. So I could come in from the south because there's nothing down here, but I need to destroy this. It's got a range 4. So I'm actually going to come in right next to him so we can get him right away. I want him to be in range for my Shrike. The Shrikes only have a range of 2. The AGM-88s had a range of 3, which meant they could hit anywhere on the board. So the way we come in matters, and so we want to take that sight out. I am coming in high so I can shoot the AGM-88. Now, unfortunately, we're drawing 2 bandits on each, and then, according to this, 2 more in the middle, but we're getting 1 more because of the card and 1 more because of our intel adjustment. So there's going to be a lot of bandits. And if there's anything, I might be a little short on the AIM-7s. And the bandits are what destroyed me the last time. So let's go again. So I'm going to do 2 from the west approach. So I got a no bandit, which I'm always appreciative of. This one is in range. So no bandit. Then the 2 along the top. We have 2 of them in range. And then on the east, we have 2. One's in range. Then on the south, we have 2, 1 in range. And then in the middle, we're drawing 3. No bandit. He's in range. And he's not yet in range. Okay. No, I'm drawing 4 in the middle, so 1 more. Another one in range. So this is what I'm talking about. Look at all these 3 range bandits. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the good news is none of them are the 4 range MiGs. So during the Foxhound step, one of my aircraft was destroyed and the other one was damaged from the Foxhound step alone. There was multiple MiGs shooting at me. And before turn 1 even started, I was already down 2 planes. That is how bad my first playthrough went. And so we're going to try to do better. Another key thing, my 2 skilled pilots are the EF-111s, my jammers. That's a lesson learned from the first campaign. They're less useful, being lower experience, because they take so much stress just to use their skill once. So I have them ranked high so we could maybe use their skill a little more frequently. And on a mission like this, I'm going to need it. So here we go. We do the Intel Air Defense Adjustment. That was the 1 extra that you got here. Now we draw the over-target event card, which is going to be a nothing burger. Experimental planes get a penalty, so we're good there. And then the Foxhound ER attack. This is where I got devastated before. There are no range 4 guys that, participate in this, so we're fine. And then we move to turn counter 1. So here we go. Now, I gotta stand up here. Look at the battlefield. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are going to hit us right now. 8 of them, folks. SA point wise, I have only 2. It is with my flight leader, so I do get to go first with my flight leader. I'm looking at my planes. Okay, so like who's going to do the damage? These are 369, 369, 369, 369, 369, 3636, 36. They're all exactly the same, including the target on the ground. So some of them give me a +1 to hit them. Okay. So I have 2 SA points. Nobody is fast at this point in juncture. I did not bring JB with me on this because I thought it was a good idea to send people who needed the experience instead. I sort of wish I had him right now. Okay, so I'm going to spend both SA points to go fast. I'm going to let Marita go, and I'm going to have El Cid go. We're not going to help Hansen to go. Hansen has a poor die roll anyways. So Marita needs to take one of these bad boys down. So he's going to shoot his aim 7. Is there going to be 1 or 2? I have 14, 15 aim 7s. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got to destroy 10 of them. So I can't double up that much. Maybe it'd be nice to double up right now because just killing one of them is going to make our lives a little easier. I'm just thinking. So I'm down to 6. I'll be down to 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I'm going to shoot 2 of them. We got to make sure we hit. I'm going to go after this guy right here. And I rolled a 1 and a 4. I do get a +3 with Marita. That 4 + 3 is 7. I get him. I'm glad I shot 2 of them. Okay, and then with my own guy, I am shooting an AGM. I got to hit 1, 2, 3, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to shoot 2 AGMs at this one. Now these guys, the 45s need a 5 to hit instead of a 4. And he gets a +2 because of the penalty with the game. He normally would have had a +3. And then you can see I rolled an 8. So the site is destroyed. That's all I can do for a fast pilot attack. A couple errata. People made comments. The first one, JB convinced me that the EF-111s are automatically ECM pods. So I'm not going to treat them like they don't have an ECM pod equipped anymore. I don't know if that's what the designers intended, but it just makes total sense. And it saves me a lot of dice rolling, which is an annoying part of the game. So I'm going to roll with that as a house rule. Secondly, somebody said that I bitch too much. I'm sorry. Move on. Find another video. That's it. I guess I do have one other thing to say. This DVG game, this Eagle Leader game, costs $430. And the Aces rules for the Ace cards, the Ace pilots, are completely missing. And that's an inexcusable mistake. And there were several others. The QA testing of how to get a great evaluation, all those things go into a game. This is no longer a war game that you buy out of a baggie anymore. And the types of errors that you guys, because I know a lot of you war gamers, I'm familiar with you all because the community is small. And in fact, I know this particular guy very well from multiple forums. I know how much you love DVG and how much you defend them, but you can't defend the mistakes that they made. I am allowed to point them out. If I paid $430 for a game, I have every right to. If this game came in a baggie, then yeah, you're right. We should be able to overlook those things. Anyways, that's it for that. The last one is Wombat Girl. Thank you so much for reminding me of how suppression works. I keep trying to use rockets to do suppression against anti-air. That's just flat out wrong. You can use any weapon to suppress. It's just that the rockets give you a bonus to your suppression roll. So that's the reason why you want to try to use the rockets. But against the anti-air, you can't use rockets. They're only anti-ground weapons. So thank you for pointing that out. That was a mistake in the last playthrough. I think that covers everything. Now we're going to go ahead and roll for them. The ECM pod thing was what made me realize this. So as I said, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 of them shooting at me right now. Now the good news is they all have the exact same stats in terms of like what they roll to hit us. So I'm going to just roll 6 dice. It doesn't matter which one it's representing. And these are all my ECMs. So let's try to get some of these removed. Remember, a 6 or above. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are ECM jammed. And I just want you to know, in my last playthrough, 0 ECM jams, and I had just as many attacking me at this phase. 0. I rolled every time, and I did not get a single one to ECM jam. 2 of them do make it through. So now I got to decide, am I going to use my druid? The problem is I'm not out of the woods. It's going to take me multiple turns to kill this many bandits. I need to use my druid wisely. I only had 2 of them get through. The problem is these 2 could be devastating. Okay, I'm going to give you my decision, which as a solo player I am allowed to do. And I know it sucks for some of you listening. I am going to take my chances and evade. And if I fail and any aircraft is destroyed or damaged, I'm retconning and having Druid do his thing. And I know that's not what the rules say, and it doesn't matter. I am not starting turn 1 with a failed mission. I've already completely deleted an hour-and-a-half long playthrough to do this. So we're going to do it. So let's roll to see who... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 targets. Both of them are attacking. It doesn't matter which one. I got to reroll both of these. 6 and 6. So who's the lucky guy getting attacked twice? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is Hansen. Hansen is being attacked twice. So he's going to gain 2 stress. That puts him up to 3. 1 more and he's going to be shaken. And he is for sure going to get 1 more. All right, so here's the first attack on Hansen. Remember, it's a 3, 6, 9. We rolled 2 3s, so he's going to get 1 stress from that. So that means he's shaken. Here's the second attack. We got another 3, so he's going to get 2 more stress. So he's up to 5 now, which makes him shaken. So now he has a -4 to all of his rolls. He's worthless, absolutely worthless. We survived it though, and we're going to be on the next phase. Okay, I am going to start with Hansen. We're on the slow for him. This guy gets a +1 to the roll. Hansen gets a -4 to his roll. So I am going to shoot 3 times at him. I'm going to roll 3 dice with a -4 +1. That's a -3, and I need a 6 to hit. So I got to get a 9 or a 10 on 3 dice. And see, I didn't get it on any of them. So I completely missed with Hansen all 3 times. That going shaken thing hurt me. So now I have 1 less plane helping me. We're so screwed. Okay, so then for the slow phase, I'm going to have El Cid shoot. El Cid is going to shoot an aim 7 at, well, it doesn't matter. We're going to go after the +0 one here. I rolled a 4. El Cid has just enough to get him because he gets to add +2. So we got another MiG down. And then we're going to shoot with Merida. I'm going to shoot just 1. And I'm going to go after the other +0. And I rolled a 1. Come on. Come on. All right, so he missed. We're in so much trouble. All right, I will move forward to here. And this plane's going to move forward, so he's now in range. This one is now in range. This one will move forward, so he's in range. Everybody's in range. I am in range of everybody. So since I'm in range of everybody now, and everybody's in range of me, please allow me to just do it this way. I'm going to reorganize them. So these are all the 369s. And then this is other down here. Okay, nobody can go fast. So I'm going to be attacked by all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, two, three, four, 5 of them are all the same. Miss, 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 miss. So 4 of them were taken care of. This one's going to shoot us. So now blue, green, red, top to bottom. The green one's going to shoot at us. The other 2, our ECM rolls are saving our bacon. Okay, let's see who this guy's targeting. Oh, I can't use that one. He's targeting one of our naval bombers. Whites. I am going to use my druid this time. We're going to use the enhance to cause everybody to lose. They're going to get a -1 to all their rolls. So that puts 3 stress on druid. And then Weiss will take 1 stress to evade. That 1 is a nothing burger. That's good. Next up is this guy. He's targeting 3, which is whites again. Whites will take another stress. That's a 9 and a 6. That 6 gets reduced to a 5, so it's just another stress for Weiss. Weiss is up to 3 stress. He's okay for now. He's not shaken yet. All right, so we survived another round. Now we get to go again. I am going to shoot with Hansen. Hansen is going to use 2 weapons this time. There's a guy here that gives him a +2. That's his best shot. He has a -4. This is a +2, so it's a -2. 7 minus 2 is 5, and it fails again. He misses again. Come on, dude, I need your help. Next up is Marita. He's gonna shoot one of these. We're gonna go after one of the +0s. He got him. So I killed only 1, folks. That's it. Just 1. I am gonna shoot a Shrike at this one here. Actually, I gotta do this one, because this one would go after me. So technically, I guess I had to go here. How would that have changed things? Well, those pilots still would have moved, so they're within 1 range of me. We're fine. We're fine, but I needed to avoid this guy. But we are going to shoot him now. So I rolled a 5. That's more than enough. So we got another one down. I know that reduced it to a 4, but he gets a +2 versus the ground. So that brings it back up to a 6. Okay, so now if I move in, this site is going to be able to shoot at me. But I do need to finish the mission. We are on turn 3. I'm not going to be able to destroy all these guys, so we got to go in and destroy the target as soon as possible and just try to get out. So I got to survive 1 more round of brutality. And the ECM has been doing so well for me, but I'm down to, I mean, I have planes with missiles. It's just they only get to take one turn at a time. Hansen keeps missing because he went shaken. If Hansen would have hit both times, 2 of these would have been out, and it would have been a little bit better. But I got to take the brutality, and then I got to take it again when I get to here. There's nothing I can do. There's not enough anti-air for all the bandits on this situation. So, anyways, taking the ones that are identical, the 369s, there's 4 of them. These 3 are unique, and so is he. Which one did I destroy? I destroyed, he had a -1 on him. This one. I'm putting this one back on. He was harder to kill, yes, but this guy hits on a 1. I'm going to for sure kill that one. That one's way worse. So, yeah. Anyways, that's what we're going to deal with. And we'll start with the top 4. So remember, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to roll 4 ECMs. And we evaded 2 of them. So I'm just going to move them into here. 2 of them are going to hit. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to roll 1 at a time. He's in, out, in, out. And just because I moved them here doesn't mean anything. I'm just doing it for accounting purposes. And this one is that's a nothing burger, so I'm going to move him out of the way. Okay, so these 2 are targeting us. I'm going to have my droid jam again. So that's going to be 3 more stress, so he's going to go to 6. He's now shaken, but we need his help. All right, so this is for targeting 1 and 5, which is Merida and Verco. So Merida and Verco are both going to take 1 stress. Excuse me. So let's start with Merida. It's a 369. That 4 gets reduced to a 3, which is still a stress for Merida, so he's up to 2. And then for Verco, same deal. Okay, so these 2 are out of the way. I'm going to move them this way. Okay, so now we got these 2 guys left. Targeting red and blue, top and bottom. 4 and 1, Merida for the bottom guy, and Luca for the top. So 4 and 1. So let's roll for Merida, which is the blue one here. So I rolled a 6, which gets reduced to a 5. That's another stress for Merida. So he's up to 4 now. 1 more and he goes shaken. And then for Luca, that's a 1, and nothing happens to Luca, although I do have to give him 1 stress for evading. Okay, we do get to go slow. Hansen does have 2 final missiles. We are going to shoot at this +2 guy again. This one, because he's worse. So remember, overall it's a -2. He needs a 6. He failed again. My goodness. So we're just not going to get these guys. And then this is where they technically are. So now we're going to do the Shrike. I'm going to shoot 2 Shrikes because I only have 1 target left. I rolled a 7, so this is out. So we got rid of him. And then we're going to shoot and aim I'm going to shoot 2 of them because I only got 1 more turn left. And once we get over target, we're fine. So which one do I want to kill? I want to kill the worst one. It's one of these 369s. It doesn't matter. So I'll go with the one that gives me a +1. Yeah, so he's out. And so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them still active. Now we're over the target turn 4. We're now low altitude. So all I have to do is survive this final attack. And then I can drop my bombs and get out of here. Boy, this is an extremely challenging mission compared to some of the ones we did previously. Okay, so with this said, yeah, we just do ECM pods. So we have 3 of them that are the same. These 3 are unique. So let's roll for the 3 that are the same. I got 2 8s and a 3. So 2 of these are out, 1's in. And remember, these guys that are out, assuming that I destroy my target, these are no longer a factor. I'm not even going to get to shoot at them in the slow phase. All right, and then for the final 3, I'm just going to do one at a time. In, out. So we got 3 of them in. Starting with the top one. He is targeting the ECM guy himself. So the ECM guy is going to take stress again. This time he has to take 4 stress. He's up to 10 total stress to -1 everything for everybody. And actually he is taking another one to evade. So he's up to 11. He's now unfit. But I'm assuming that his ability still works. And here we go. That 3 becomes a 2, so that's a miss. Next one. 8. We only have 7. 7. Oh gosh, they're going after him again. That's a 3 on the right, becomes a 2, it's a miss. Last one, 6. That is Hansen. Hansen I'm okay with. They can do whatever they want to Hansen. Hansen's going to take 1 more stress to evade. I got a 5 up here, becomes a 4. That's 1 more stress. Hansen is unfit, but that's okay. He isn't shooting. He isn't dropping any bombs. So the bomb droppers are the ones we needed to keep active. And just let me pause for a second. This was an extremely stressful, like, we talk about giving stress to the pilots. I took stress doing this. We rolled out of our mind with the ECMs. We rolled horrible with Hansen. So I guess there is a balancing act here. Had those ECMs not gone as well as they did, we would be in so much trouble. Our Druid guy, the EF-111, has 12 stress. He is going to be completely unfit for duty for a while, but we had to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put everything away because, I mean, we are done. We're either going to hit these guys or we're going to leave. I know we can stick around and shoot cannons, but, you know, okay, I'll leave them just in case we have to stick around and shoot cannons. But if we have to do that, then this game is over. Okay, so first up, we have whites. And if I can bring you back over here, +3, +2, +2. Those are my 3 bombers. So we're going to start, these 2 guys are almost identical. And the reason their numbers are so high is because they have the Mare Nostrum and they get the +4 against naval targets. And they both have identical loadouts. So we can roll, well, they both have different bonuses. So we'll have to roll for them separately. But the loadout is 3 and 1 of these 2 things. So I'm going to bring them both over so you can see them on the table. And remember, this one is a 5, 7, and 10 hits. This is a 7, 10 hits. and it's 3 dice and 1. So I have 3 blue dice, and then we'll just throw in 1 green. So does that make sense? All right, we're adding +3 to all these rolls. Everything's already been factored in, including the penalty for the campaign. So let's go. Oh my goodness, what a horrible roll. So that's 6. That's a miss. That's a miss. And that's 8. So with this being a 6, that's 1 single hit. And this being an 8, that's 2 hits. So we just did 3 hits on something that needs 8 hits. Well, we got 3 on him. All right, let's move on to the next guy. Same roll, except now he only gets a +2. Much better, much better. So that's an 8. That's a 7. That's a 10. This is a miss. That's 2 hits, 4 hits, 6 hits. Plus the 3 is 9. The target's destroyed. So I actually still have another bomber. So we're actually okay. We're okay. We destroyed the target. Let's get the blazes out of here. So I'm going to put these guys away. We have a lot of stress coming our way because this guy gives +2 stress. But since he's not on the campaign map, that's all I'm going to give is just the 2 stress. I don't think I have to give him anything. He's not on the campaign map. It doesn't say. So we won't do it. All right. Put some stuff away. Bring this back. Here we go. It is target 51. We just got 8 victory points. That is a massive score. What did I do with my sheet? Here we go. All right, so target 51. We spent no SO points. We have 18 left over. Target was destroyed. We scored 8 points. And then our cumulative total is 8. Okay. Everybody's getting 3 experience points. 1 for participating, 1 for destroying, and then 1 for this card. And then we got to do return flight. Roll 1 attack against random aircraft. Roll 1 less for each air-to-ground counter expended. I'm assuming it's just 1 attack then. So I just have to get rid of 1 ground. I have Velcro, the Aardvark, still had all of his bombs left. So I also had a Shrike left with my legendary. So we got that covered. Okay, so let's do experience. Let's get rid of our legendary guy first. So El Cid's coming in. And here's El Cid. The mission is 2 stress. He has 2 cool, so he doesn't take any, which is very good. His 3 experience points he's going to get to give to someone else. So who do I give it to? I think it's got to be somebody who's on the mission. So Merida, I'm realizing, is very important because we need more air-to-air support. But I'm giving it to Hansen because we need Hansen to stop having negative nonsense. So Hansen gets 1, 2, 3 experience for that. Oh, somebody asked me. I was applying stress first and then promoting. Some of the leader games let you promote first and then apply the stress. And it is true. The different leader games do it different ways. I always thought Hornet Leader was apply the stress first. I could be wrong. So let me make sure. What does Eagle Leader do? Okay, it says I was expecting. They get the stress long before you give them the experience points. So they take the stress first. And then the other thing is this moves the recon, infra, and intel 0. That hurts. But it's a very nice target, though, to have in the 8 victory points is fantastic. But that was a very tough mission. Okay, let's keep going. So we did our legendary guys, so now we can just go down the order here. Merida is next. So Merida, as you can see here, has 4 stress. He was 1 away from being shaken. He gets 2 more, so this is going to turn into a 5 because he has 1 cool. All right, and then Merida needs 4 experience points to level up, so it's not going to be enough, but he's going to get 3. I'll try the dot thing. We'll see how it goes. But I'm actually going to put 3 here as well. And then for El Cid, I just put an NA. And I'll put Hansen is who we gave the points to. Okay, next. Who do we got next? Whites. So here's Whites, our Italian guy. So he was 1 away from being shaken. He gets 2 stress, so he'll be up to 4. He needs 4 experience points to level up. He'll be 1 short, but he will get 3. Next up is Luca. Luca is an identical type of pilot, but he only needs 3 to level up. So Luca is leveling up. So I'm not going to bother filling in the bubbles. I'm just going to level him up. So he is now average. So his -1 air to ground is now a 0. So he improved. And he does go up 1 stress. So his 2 becomes a 3. All right, so Luca, I'm going to put average. I'm going to use my usual notation, average/0, as if I wasn't using the bubbles. But the way it's supposed to work is now I'm supposed to hit this X right here, which shows that he's no longer green, he's now average. So, okay. Moving on, we have Verco, who didn't get to drop any bombs, but it was really nice to have him. He gains 0 stress because he has 2 cool. He needs 5 experience to level up, but he at least gets 3. And that's a good first mission for him. And then Druid has 12 stress. It has +1 cool, so it gains no extra stress, but he has 12 and gets 3 experience points. No level up. Druid is going to be out for a while. Okay, and then I forgot to write in the 3. And then let's see, Luca we did. I would swear there was one other. I know we still need, oh, Whites took 3. There we go. Now we got to do Hansen, which I hadn't done yet. So Hansen only needed 1 experience point to level up. So he might promote more than once. We're going to see. Hansen gains 2 stress, so that 7 becomes a 9, which not fun, but it is what it is. And you know what? There is no 9 marker. I thought there was. So we'll leave the 7 there and give him a 2. So he's unfit for duty, of course, but he gets 3 more experience because he gets his own. And he got 3 from the other pilot. So 1, 2, 3. So he's up to 6. All right, so being at 6, let's see. He only needs 1 to level up here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do an X over it. Okay, so that one's gone, and he levels up to green. So his stats already get way better. Even his tolerance for being shaken is better. He needs 3 more to level up again to average. So he's gonna level up again to average for 1, 2, 3 more, and he has 2 left over. I have never ever seen somebody get promoted twice in one mission like that before, but that just happened. So he got promoted to average, and he has 2 left over out of the 4 that he needs. And his average stat, by the way, is +0, +0. So he no longer has any negative penalties, assuming he gets rid of his stress, of course. So he promoted twice. So I'm going to just put his final promotion, which is average /2. So I'm going to use my normal nomenclature, even though I know it's redundant with this. I just like the nomenclature, especially in case I don't understand my gobbledygook. Okay, that was the end of day 1. That was a challenging day 1. That's one heck of a way to start a mission. So I'm enjoying it. Mr. You bitch about the game all the time. I'm enjoying it. I don't know why people don't hear that part of it. But anyways, thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome, guys and ladies.